What's up, guys? Matco Michael is outside and I've got a pretty neat product that I want to show you guys. Hopefully he's got one on the truck and it's something you guys may want also. So let's go take a look and see what he's got. Come on. Well, you got a snap-on box.
I got a snap-on box. Traded it in. I really like the top on it. I like the rhino lining.
Yeah, that's a nice box.
It's gonna make somebody a good box.
Did this guy get the white one?
He got the white one.
Man, he changed up big time, didn't he? From all black to white.
From snap-on to Matco, from white to black. I mean, just every aspect of the toolbox he changed from.
That's the way to do it, though. If you're gonna switch it up, switch it all up.
Well, this is his third box, so He bought a brand new snap-on. It wasn't big enough, so he swapped to this one. Got this one used, but he swapped with his dealer, and he come on the truck and just fell in love with it. I think the only reason he probably did it was for the color. Like, he fell in love with the white color.
I think the white's the better
the white and
color
the black
too.
on that box, which I know you're a blue fan, but the white and black on that box, it had so many people, just the way it looked.
Well, do you have your little samples of the trim
Yeah.
color?
Yeah.
Because the blue that y'all have, that's what's cool to me. Like, it's not just a painted, you know, it's just not a
It's
a painted blue. It's sort of like a, what do you call it, a candy coating
candy. Yeah,
that they spray over it, and it's.
Well, I said I had my samples. I don't know what I did with them. So the blue is actually like that.
See, like the blue, I like the way it's sort of a candy paint that's sprayed over it.
Yeah, it looks real good.
The blue and the orange is my favorite. Like, that would be the two. If I couldn't get the blue trim, I'd go with the orange trim because I like the orange.
I probably like the red and the blue the best. Like, not together, but either the blue or the red. I'm not a fan of the green. Like,
yeah,
I don't know
if
if
it's big on the green.
I don't know if it's because I rode around with that when I first got started. I rode around with that black with that green. A lot of people like it. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of that green.
Well, as you know, I'm a blue fan.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to be honest with you. The snap-on boxes, I like them. But the dark colors, if you don't wipe that box off every single day, and I bet you this one's already got some on it. Look at the dust right there.
And I actually wiped that box down this morning.
The dark colors, that's why I think a white would be the perfect box.
Yeah.
Because if you get grease on this box, you're going to see it. I don't care what anybody says. You can see grease.
Well, you know what's funny is I've wiped this one down twice since I got it yesterday afternoon. I wiped it down last night. I got on here this morning. I was like, I didn't wipe it down good enough, so I wiped it down again. The white box I didn't wipe down one single time it was on here.
It's just like a white truck. You can wash a white truck when the pollen's on.
Yeah.
And until it rains, you don't really notice it as bad.
Yeah.
But black, before you get through shimmying the whole thing, it's already green. So I think that's why I would love, because I like my stuff to be clean and them dark colors. Like my blue box is the same way. Like every single day, I have to take a rag and wipe that joker down. If not, she's dirty.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think the white's going to hide dirt more than it does anything. It's still going to get dirty, but it's going to hide dirt.
Yeah.
And you're going to wipe the grease off first thing when you see it on that white box.
Even like on this box right here, you can see there's, I don't know if the camera can see it, but you can see a little smudge of, looks like grease on it right there.
Yeah.
It's going to show up. There's nothing you can do to hide grease. And you're going to wipe it off, so the white's just going to let it be seen easier. So I definitely wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yep, same way.
Looks like you got something new.
Yeah, that's for the Ford EcoBoost. I've never really messed with a whole lot of them, so I don't know what's so special about them.
Oh, it's long.
Yeah, it's super long
to get in there.
Says it makes it easier. I have a couple of Ford guys that think it's going to hold up really well. So I sold two to some of my Ford techs, so we'll get some feedback on it. We'll see how it goes. But,
well, the EcoBoost is a good engine as long as it ain't in a transit. So, the ambulance service, that's what they run, and man, it's a never-ending battle keeping those transits going. And of course, Joe, you know, the old Cornwell Joe,
Is his a Transit too?
This is a 350 Transit, I think, right? But man, that thing, he can't go a month without.
He probably should have went with a Nissan one. I didn't really see any trouble with those.
He should have went with one of the Mercedes.
Did he ever say why he stepped down from an actual tool truck to one of those?
Joe's different, you know.
I mean, he makes it work.
He's a different guy.
He makes it work, so if it works for him, that's great. It's his business. Do what you want to do.
Which he had the Kenworth before.
Well, you know, he had the Kenworth and he rolled it because I was still a tech, and it come back and he had some upgrades done to it, some different stacks put on, and man, it was super nice. But he just didn't keep it very long after that. I don't know if he just.
I think he had some engine troubles with it, and anyway, he ended up, he had some electrical issues, engine troubles, so he ended up selling it and bought the Transit, which was, in my opinion, you can't use a medium duty truck for this.
Well, and that's the thing.
This don't seem like, wow, you got a lot of real estate on here, but dude, that's a lot of weight you guys are toting every day. Like, there's no telling just what your ceiling weighs.
My UPS guy hates when I order socket sets. Like when I sell a 1/2 inch or 3/8 set or a 1/4 inch set for that, he hates it.
Oh, he getting a workout that day.
Because you get one of those sets with just a few odd and end stuff, that box is weighing every bit of 30, 40 pounds. And not to mention the toolboxes. I mean,
well, just like your punch and chisel display.
Oh yeah, I bet that thing.
That's probably 30 pounds just in chisels.
If not a little more. That thing is heavy.
When you start adding up every little bit,
oh man,
you know, that's.
Well, I tell you, I put it to you like this. This one little drawer right here of Warranty Tools, I went to do it every day. I don't send it off as quite as often as I should, but I go off of, okay, when it's full. This ain't a very big drawer. So when it's full, send it off. I sent it off 2 weeks ago, and it weighed 110 pounds.
Holy cow. In one box?
That one little drawer weighed 110 pounds. Like, I had to pay extra for shipping because it weighed so much.
Holy cow.
But all it was little individual sockets. Individual sockets, a screwdriver here and there, just random stuff broke, you know. But that little drawer adds up quick. And there's a lot of little bitty stuff on here that would add up real quick.
Well,
I can personally say when I swapped trucks, I knew exactly how bad it sucked. Because
I mean, you just think how much just that, the deep sockets weigh right there, and you multiply that times 100, you know, just in that one shelf. So
I mean,
there's a lot of weight that goes. Like, people don't think about how much weight you guys ride around with every day, but it's a lot, because just that toolbox, that's a lot of weight, you know, empty.
Yeah, that toolbox is heavy. I got two toolboxes waiting on me to pick up, and it's I think, I forget the weight, but it was over 600 pounds. So you take it, and I mean,
that the Storm Gray one?
Yeah. It's heavy. So, but yeah, people don't realize it, but that's just like when I'm driving this thing. But it's kind of, they either shoot it super, super, super low, or they'll shoot it super, super high. Like, it's not over 26,000 pounds. Like, so.
You got to be close, though. I'm saying you're around 20, 22.
Probably right there at 2022. It's ready for 26. It come in under 26. But you've got people that don't want this going down certain roads, and it's like, it's no different than a garbage truck. It's no different than a school bus.
Garbage trucks are heavy. If you don't believe it, look where they pick up my dumpster every week. Like, the concrete is sinking.
So we've talked about it on the video before, but I had a lady that did everything she could to get me banned from that road, and it's like,
all right, Karen, it's okay.
It's like, ma'am, this is not as heavy as what you think. You know, you're thinking it weighs way too much. It doesn't. But,
well, there's always a Karen in every crowd.
Well, it is what it is.
So I want to show everybody, and I'll put a picture up there so they can see. Have you seen those yet?
I've seen it. That's not the first thing that I think of on an ignition coil tester. When you text me, I actually thought of this one.
Right.
That one's a lot cooler. I like that one.
I'll put a picture up there, but the part number is a MD76500, and the M is going to be the color, right?
Yeah, M, for some odd reason, M's normally
Somebody
orange.
Explain that. It's not orange. Matco calls it mango.
Oh.
So there we go.
That's crazy how I didn't know that. But yeah, M's usually orange, and of course G is green and R is red. But I never mango. Hey,
but I'll put a picture of the product and the video how it works, because it's super cool. Like, yeah. Because in this video, one of the coils were bad, and it showed it up really easy. So.
Well, you know, for a long time, you'd hear old timers say, "There's no way to check a coil." Several ways to check a coil, and that's a really cool way to do it. And I like that.
Well, I put some new pictures of this on Instagram, and of course, there's been a lot of people bought that Ratchet and tagged me in it, you know, stuff like that.
That Ratchet is the most popular Ratchet I think that's out there right now.
You know what the #1 comment I get is?
What's that?
When is Matco gonna make this Ratchet in the shorter version, you know, like these? Because everybody loves the color, but everybody's like, it's too long. I wish they would have been like 3-4 inches shorter.
I don't know. I'll pass the question up and see if we can get an answer. I'm ready for it. Let's go blue in all sizes.
I think so too. Because I've had a lot of people said they'd buy it, you know, in quarter, 3/8 and half. And you know it would look amazing on that black.
Yeah. I've had one guy that didn't like it. He said it was like a Cornwell blue. I think he just wanted to hate the Ratchet. Like I don't know what I've had 3 customers this week though that have been fully snap-on Ratchets all the way. You know, I hate Matco Ratchets, and it's like, okay, fine, buy this one. If you don't like it, I'll give you a full refund. And they've all kept them. Like they all like them. So
I like them. I mean, I'm a fan. I did see a picture a guy sent this week where, and he admitted, he said, you know, he was doing a wheel bearing and he couldn't break it loose with the length of this Ratchet, so he put a cheater pipe on it, and it broke like right in here and broke the whole top off of it.
I've seen 2 broke.
And he said that he gave it to his dealer.
He warranted it out.
Fixed it, no problem.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say this on video, but I don't ask how stuff breaks.
Yeah. It's
a tool. If it breaks, let's warranty it.
Well, kind of, you know, people kind of have that expectation when they buy one off a tool truck. Like, you know, especially if they have a shop.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be worse than the dude that's changing the oil every 3 Saturdays in his wife's minivan, you know.
Yeah, well, there's 2 ways I see warranty. There is regular use, and then there's abuse. Mm-hmm. I don't count the cheater pipe abuse. Some dealers do, some dealers don't. I consider that use. Same way on a wrench. If we're going to sell a wrench extender that has a spot for a 1/2-inch ratchet, that does away with your cheater pipe being abused. Mm-hmm. What I don't agree with, and I don't have a whole lot of complaints about it, if you run over your impact, that's not the tool's fault.
Right.
That's not the tool's fault, and it's going to be extremely hard for me to try to warranty it. Mm-hmm. I don't care to try, but it's going to be really hard. As far as anything else goes, I mean, I did have a guy that they let an 18 wheeler down on top of their impact, and it screwed the case all up. And you know, he wanted to know if it was warranted. There's no way for me to
justify.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, that's not insurance, right? There's insurance and there's warranty. Okay, it broke while I was using it. Okay, that's warranty. It broke because I was done using it and forgot about it and let an 18-wheeler down on it. No, that's not warranty.
Too, that kind of separates the dealers too. Like, you know, when you take care of a guy that breaks his tools, no matter how he breaks them, you know, other than letting a truck down on them or something like that, that kind of puts you in the category of, I'm a good dealer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for you here, you have a lot of competition, you know, in the areas you run. So that's probably what happened to the previous No, that ain't probably. That is what happened to the previous
I'll put it to you like this. I got enough competition that I got to try to set myself out every week. Like, there's the warrantying out the tools that I didn't sell. Like, yeah, can I turn that down? I sure can. Mm-hmm. Would that be smart move of me? No, it would not, because I have people that actually drive to me from other, like, not other districts. Let me get this straight. They're not in other districts. They're in areas that there is not a Matco guy. they'll drive to me and get it warranted. I don't care to do that. Like, it don't bother me. But we've now filled most of those areas, so I don't have that problem anymore.
Right.
Like when I first started, there was a couple of areas around me that.
Oh, when you first started, you was in about a 12-foot deep hole that you had to crawl up out of.
Yeah.
You know, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. I don't care to warranty anything that's possible. You know, and I've always told people, if I'm not even going to ask a question if I can see it being a use issue. The only time I've ever had a customer mad, it's only ever been one over my warranty policy, and the only reason he was pissed off is because I could not warranty a lost tool. Like, that was the only time that
I don't think I would expect anybody to warranty a lost tool.
The guy still won't buy from me. Like, still to this day won't buy from me.
That's probably a good thing, though. I mean, sometimes blessings come like that because, hey man, I lost my electric ratchet. I need another one.
Yeah. This was actually a flashlight, and I guess it was about a year in, and I thought about for a week just giving that guy a flashlight. But then I thought, you know what? Then you're going to train him on everything he loses is warranty. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I probably have lost a few sales, but it's probably a good thing. I can't.
Well, I'm a firm believer in using the right tool. Like, I know you've been in there and seen me use a pry bar, walk to my box to get a pry bar when I had a flathead screwdriver right there.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I own this 30-inch, half-inch drive ratchet. I actually talked about this yesterday on Instagram. I have flexed that thing to the point where I thought, ooh, it's bad. I'm talking about flex that joker and went and got a breaker bar. But most guys wouldn't. But now I did. I pushed it to the limit to the point where I just knew it was going to break, and it held up.
I want to show you this one here yesterday. This is the worst one I have ever seen, and it was at a big truck shop. And he brought it on. He said, I'm gonna ask you to warranty this before I tell you how I did it. I was like, I don't care how you did it. Just tell me. He's like, well, there's two of us standing on it. I was like, I don't care. Not only did he said it looked like a rainbow, the bar.
Yeah, that's what mine looked that day.
But it didn't. Look how it just rounded the teeth off. Like, it didn't even break the anvil with two of them standing. And that's rare because I normally see these break. But it just rounded the teeth and didn't break the bar. I would have figured the ear where it bolts the flex part to, I figured it would have broke. I know those gears are small, but you don't normally see them strip. Yeah. But this broke the selector pawl and stripped that out. And he said, dude, you know it still broke them loose? Like when I got past those slip, he said it still broke it loose. It's like, good grief.
Well, I mean, I've pushed mine to the point where me and Bill was both like putting out on it, and that thing bowed, and I thought, well, it's going to fail. Right here is where it's going to fail.
And I've seen them fail there. I've seen these break. Not on the half inches, but on like the 3/8. I saw them break right there.
Well, the one that caused all the issue with our dealer, the first dealer, was this ratchet right here. It was this length, and right where the screw goes in on one side of it, it's where it failed.
Yeah.
It was here. And that was the whole... Like, he wouldn't come warranty it, and that's what the downfall with us with Matco at that point.
There's on the outside of the truck, service results and trust. You can't trust somebody that won't warranty your tool. Won't warranty an actual warrantable item. Like if they won't do that, you can't trust them, and it's definitely not good service, and it's not good results either, right?
Well, my thing was, if he didn't want to take one out of inventory, which I understand, every time you warranty something, this one comes off the ceiling and you can't sell that one until you get a replacement. Yeah. I understand that. But he could have said, look, I'm not going to give you one out of my inventory. I'll send it off, or I'll order you one, and I'd have been fine with that. Yeah. You know, but it was the way that it was handled was the problem.
Definitely, everybody handles warranty a little different. I normally... If I have multiples in stock, I'll take one out of inventory for sure. Well, let me restate that. If I have one period, I'll take it out of inventory. That's no problem. But like I have had cases where like yesterday, and this is not required, but yesterday I had a guy that needed the lock kit and the head for the black ratchet. Well, I didn't have one. Well, I just took one off the ceiling and did it then. But it's not required. You know, I could have ordered that stuff for him, but then he'd been down another week. So I just went ahead and took one down.
Well, I know you've opened up sets before
to
pull out pieces, you know, for us. And like even the pry bar, you know, where you've sold us individuals or...
Well, and I asked the customers when I first got started, like you said, I was in a 12-foot hole. So what was better for them was better for me. Do you want me to order it, or do you want me to take it out of this set? Now, if I take it out of this set, are you okay with buying a set missing something
and having to wait on it?
And having to wait on it. Mm-hmm. And the response was, I don't care to buy a set if it's missing as long as it gets replaced.
Right.
It's like, well, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's the way I am.
So you want it replaced today? Yes. If it's broke, I need it. I use it right then.
And I think most guys are that way. Like, I look up here and you've got a spark plug socket that's going out of this set. Like, if I needed this set and say this is the size that I needed today, I'm fine with that's coming in next week. No big deal. You know.
And that was the way everybody. I think the main reason everybody wanted that though was because they had been waiting so long for warranty. They wanted their tools with warranty right then. Mm-hmm. But either way, it's worked out great. I've never lost a sale because of it. We're not required to do that. I mean, we can order it. Most people probably will order it. But you got to make sure all your customers are okay with that. And if your dealer don't do that, that's probably because most of his customers have said, no, we want complete sets. We won't buy one missing something.
That's true.
I mean, if every one of my customers except for 2 told me that they wouldn't buy it if it's missing something, I wouldn't break a set. I'd have to order it. Because I don't want to miss a sale, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I miss a sale, then I can't run, then, you know, it's just...
That's true.
But it all depends on the way the territory is, and it just works out to where everybody would rather have the warranty today and buy a broken set. And I go through every Friday night, and if that set's missing something, and I order it, and normally I get 2 in because I order it that night that I warranty that I order one. Well, then I order it again because if I'm having to replace it, somebody else is probably going to need it. Mm-hmm. So then I have a whole rail of just random stuff, a whole drawer just of random stuff for that warranty purpose, so I don't have to break the sets. So
well, that should be some good notes for new dealers coming on that want to, because I'm sure, you know, we're not the only place that got left with a bad taste in their mouth from dealers, you know, and then a new guy comes in and he's got that big void to fill, you know.
Yeah.
And it sucks for you guys, but once you prove that way, most people always remember that. Like, this guy started out in the negative and had to fill the hole up before he could even get to level ground.
It's definitely a lot easier to take over a great route that's already been proven, but you haven't proven yourself at that point. So if there's any competition, he already picked up in a good spot, you know.
Yeah.
But when you have to prove yourself, it doesn't matter the competition that comes on or not. They got to prove themselves at that point.
That's true.
So if you've already proved yourself, that's just one step farther. And there's 2 ways that kind of suck having to take over a route. One, when the dealer there hasn't been a dealer in several years, because then they had a lot
of broken stuff.
A lot of broken stuff. But the main thing is, the last time we had a dealer, y'all disappeared for 15 years. It's like,
that's true.
Yeah, we did, but I'm here now. You know, there's 10 years that I'll be here for a fact because that's what I've signed up for. So but I'd still rather take that over. Mm-hmm. I'd rather take over the, hey, I'll be here every week, than take over the, well, you ain't gonna warranty it if I buy it. Because then they have to break a Matco tool or trust you enough to buy one to break to see how your warranty process is.
That's true.
And I think a lot of people, that's what they did when I first got started. They bought something just simple. Hey, if this breaks and he warranties it, then I'll know.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Remember, I bought that little bit ratchet set. Yeah. That was it. I was like, I'm going to see how this is going to work first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of people did. I think it was a whole lot of, let's see how the warranty goes on this. I don't blame them.
I don't care. Like, people's like, man, I'd get this, but it's a Mac. Oh, grab that Matco out of there. That's the one I want you to get. Because I know that it's going to be taken care of. You know? But, I mean, I do have to say we're blessed with all the dealers that we have. We've got a great bunch now. So
yeah, there's a lot of good dealers around here, that's for sure.
But I think if it hadn't have been for the experience we had before, I think a lot of the customers on this route wouldn't appreciate what we have now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and we
because that was that way a long time.
Well, and I've never asked Joven this, but we get a lot of young techs in that don't realize that take advantage of us. Mm-hmm. I can't wait till they actually get to a route to where the tools that they run off on us up with, they break them and try to get them warranted, and they can't. You know.
Well, a lot of these techs now have got so spoiled to you guys having everything on the truck. Like, it's rare that we have to order anything now.
Yeah.
Because you guys keep such a big inventory. It used to not be that way.
Yeah, well, and I still get guys, it's like, how do you not have that on the truck? And it's like, man,
I got $500,000 on this shelf.
It's like, yeah, they'll look in the flyer and they're like, how do you not have this in stock? It's like, well, man, I tell you what, you buy a tool truck and you magically guess what everything that you're ever going to need,
right?
And then you have it. And my thing is, if I can get it in 3 days or possibly 5, that's just as good as needing it right. Well, yes and no. I mean, if you needed it right that second, but I mean, just like parts, you can't guarantee when you go to a parts house that they're going to have that part that day.
Well, it's just like now, y'all got a lot more demand too, because look at the colors. It used to be red and black. That was it.
You've got color, and then you've got
different lengths,
different sizes,
flex head, non-flex heads.
It's so much stuff, and it's a gamble. At every service, every meeting I've ever had, I've bought something, it's sold, and then I'm like, well, should I order more than that? But then the one time that I just go stupid and order a lot, it's like,
you can't give it away.
I can't give this crap away. What the heck?
That's like us when I go in there. You know, they always have the oil filter sale every year. So I sat down and I'm like, all right, we did a whole bunch of 5.4s last year. We did a bunch of 4.6s. We did a bunch of 6.7s. We did a bunch of 5.9 Cummins. So you order all those filters and then hope that you sell them all before the next filter sale.
Yep.
And then you go in there like, crap, man, I've got way too many of these, you know.
Well,
so
you
never know.
Yeah, on a tool truck, they say it's not good for tools to celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand that. If it sits on the shelf for a year and it celebrates its first birthday, that's not good.
That's not a good seller.
That's not a good thing. But when you order 4 of them and you sold 3, yeah, that one is fixing to celebrate a birthday, but you ordered 4. So, I mean, yeah, it's a hard tell.
One every 3 months, I guess.
So, and there's stuff that are slow sellers, but when they need it, they need it. And, I mean,
that's like those airline pliers that I got from you. You probably don't sell many of them, but the guys that want them, buddy, they ready to pay for them because, like, it's something they need that's nobody else has got.
Or the guy that says it'd be great if they make this.
Yep, that was me. All right, guys. Well, y'all see, there's the part number, and y'all seen the ignition coil tester that was in there. We're gonna get back in here in the sweatshop and base in the heat for a couple more hours. Like always, thanks for watching the video. Merchandise over here, cool tools, discount codes, all that good stuff down there. If you like it, hit that thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we got to go. Y'all have a great one. See ya.